What's up, guys? It is Will here, back again, and I'm here this morning to talk about something very exciting, something kind of different. I'm off work today. My arms are being iced. I got back in the gym recovering from a forearm injury, but I am back. Feeling pretty good so far, so really excited about that. That said, guys, we got to talk about something from Hot Toys that dropped this morning. A little bit unique, a little bit of a bold strategy from Hot Toys, but we're going to talk about it. First off, let's read a little bit of the description, what we got here. First thing, I mean, it's an IG-12, right? We got the IG-12 from Mandalorian Season 3, but there are two different iterations that we can look at here. Let's start with reading a little bit of the description. So you can see that's IG-12 now. Do you like him? After sacrificing itself to protect the Mandalorian and Grogu on Navarro, the IG-11 assassin droid was reconstructed by Anzellan Droidsmith into IG-12, a mech that can be controlled by Grogu. So yeah, a lot of description there. There are two different versions. You can see here one with the accessories collectible set, which we will get into, and one with the figure by itself. So really, really interesting. There are two different versions we can look at here, and we are gonna look at both of them in a little bit of detail here. But let's start by looking at the IG-12 by itself. Look, if you have the IG-11, the original one, I would have a hard time believing you would swap that one out for this one. Yes, you can put a little mini Grogu inside of it. However, is it that important to you? Is it that iconic? Just depends whether you like Season 3 that much. I was not a huge fan of Season 3. There are some things I liked about it, some things I didn't like, but overall, it was not on the level of Season 1 or Season 2, which were both fantastic. Season 3 definitely took a big, steep decline. That said, IG-12 does look pretty cool. The paint apps are a little bit different. He's a little more lighter brown this time compared to like the darker, sort of more rustic brown originally. So that was definitely something that is unique, right? So it's pretty interesting. So anyway, guys, yeah, I think that overall this is a nice looking figure, but to me, I'm not sure that this is going to be something that's going to come home to my collection. It does have a yes and a no button, which is pretty cool, right? But at the same time, it's like, this is IG-12, and it is from Mando Season 3. It does have a little Grogu inside of it. However, do I really feel like that's that important, right? Do I really feel like that's that important to my collection? Not so sure about that. So yeah, to me, this is going to be a pass. I love that it has a yes or no sound effect button. You can fit a little mini Grogu in there. You can fit a little mini Babu Frick type creature in there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you can do some cool stuff. I don't know why most people would have a Babu Frick type character in there. If you're going to put anything in there, it's going to be a Grogu. It looks empty without anything in there because this droid now is meant to be controlled. You can see the comparisons here between the original IG-11 and now the IG-12. I definitely greatly prefer the IG-11. I love the paint apps on that one. The paint apps on IG-12 just look a little flat, basic. Not a huge fan of it, but I do like the IG-11 paint apps, with all the stuff that we have going on there. That said, let's look at the accessories collectible set because there is a difference between these, right? If we're looking at these figures, yes, the figures and the Grogu and such are the same, right? The IG-12 itself is the same, still has the audio function, still has the types of displays, but let's talk about what else we're seeing here. Hot Toys has done something pretty interesting. We knew we were going to get Mando Season 3 figures. It was just a matter of when, not a matter of if, right? That said, we are now being teased a rooted hair Bo-Katan from Mando Season 3 with a shield with a Beskar shoulder pauldron with the Mudhorn signet. So that is going to be something that you're going to see eventually. Hot Toys maybe saw all these people rooting their Bo-Katan and it looked better that way. It does look decent, I would say. Again, Hot Toys again has the doll hair here, and I don't know why. They're such good artists, but they just cannot do rooted hair for some reason. They're either unwilling to change their methodology or they're incapable. But I would feel it was much more of the former that's likely because Hot Toys is super capable as a company. They've produced the highest end 1/6 scale collectibles for the longest time. But when you look at their rooted hair, it just doesn't stack up. It doesn't stack up. This to me looks like a new Mando. The weathering is definitely similar to the other one, the chrome one. I don't know. To me, it looks a little bit different. You guys have to let me know in the chat. It looks a little less weathered. So maybe it'll be a little less weathered because they noticed people were doing that anyway. And, maybe you'll have the option of, keeping it a little bit more clean if you want. So yeah, with Mando, with the shield, like how often are you really going to put him with that shield? You're getting these type of accessories with the IG-12. It's interesting they're not putting, see, like, doesn't that look less weathered to you guys? Maybe it's the lighting. It's still weathered in there, right? But it certainly looks shinier and less weathered, which a lot of people de-weathered their Mando. Maybe Hot Toys noticed that and they were like, oh, let's make Season 3 a little bit more flat. So Yeah, so you're getting some cool stuff. You're getting a sort of light up gun for Paz Vizsla. So if you do have the Paz Vizsla character figure and you want to get this gun, you can totally do that. Or if you want to go ahead and get this gun and you want to get the Book of Boba Fett version, you can do that. Here's Bo-Katan again with the rooted hair. It certainly looks decent, but I look at this hair and I think, it just looks doll hair. It looks Barbie-like, right? So you get an accessible, cool pram. That's pretty cool. The pram is going to be pretty nice. I do like that. I don't know how it's going to stand. I mean, I'm assuming they have like a pole like previous, but they have it floating here with some nifty Photoshop. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. So you get a little droid thing. That's pretty cool. A mouse droid. Does anyone really care? I'm not sure. But you can see here everything that he comes with. So it's quite a bit, right? You get the sound effect functions. You get all the little accessories there that go with different figures. You can swap a lot out with this guy. So yeah, they're going to be charging you for these accessories. That said, I want to go ahead and show something here real quick. If you're ever wondering the price of what these figures are going to look like before they hit Sideshow, which me, as of recording this video, it has not hit Comic Concepts where I tend to get my hot toys. It has not hit Sideshow yet. So as of me recording this, we do not have an official US price. However, generally speaking, what tends to happen is they usually charge about 25% import fee on top of what the Hong Kong price is. So if you're looking at a Hong Kong price of $290 for the exclusive collectible, accessory set, then they're looking about $1,630 for the regular, just IG-12 with Grogu and sound effects and all that. So you're probably looking about $360, something like that. I tend to overestimate just to be safe. $360 for the IG-12 with the accessories. Without the accessories, you're probably looking at like $270, $275, something like that. So that can generally speaking what you can expect there. So, and I'll show you guys something else real quick. Basically what I do is I plug it into Google and I just pull up, hey, HK to USD, like what is this looking like? And we said 1690 for the IG-12 standard, right? So you add about 25% on top of that, you're probably looking at about 260, right? So then from there, if we look at the 2,290 that we were going with, right, that's $292 in US dollars. So you add 25% import fee, you're looking at about $360 or so, right? So that's something to factor into this whole equation. It is not going to be cheap. So you're just gonna have to decide what you want to do. They've obviously teased some Mandalorian figures with this IG-12. It's a very interesting decision to go with this first and not Bo-Katan or Mando. But I guess because they want you to buy this and then get the other figures, but I'm not sure if the problem is I'm not sure if the other figures are going to come with these accessories themselves. If they do, then that makes IG-12 pretty much pointless and you would never get the collector's edition. So I'm assuming they're going to withhold accessories from those figures and put them with this IG-12, so you have to get it, which is inevitably going to piss some people off. We'll see how that tends to go, but I will say if they do that, it's going to be a bold strategy and we're going to see how that shakes out for them. This is going to be an easy pass for me. I had an IG-11 before. I really, really liked it. Just ended up getting rid of it just because I needed some space in my collection and some funds. So I sold it. Great figure though. Really, really like it. Super underrated figure. Really like that figure. But I think that one's better than this one. And I think that one's more iconic than this one. So the only upside being you can make this one talk and you can put a Grogu in this one. That's about it for me. So to me, guys, this is going to be a pass. It will be up on Comic Concept soon. Like I said, that's where I get my hot toys from. But Sideshow would be there as well. There are other places you can get these. But yeah, I will say that it's going to be pricey. Don't get the sticker shock because you're gonna get a high price on this one. 360, 350, something like that. I think that's generally speaking how it tends to go. Minimum 350, I would say. We'll see though. Guys, let me know what you think about this IG-12 in the comments below. I think the Mando looks pretty cool. I'm going to stick with my Chrome Mando though, unless there's some sort of major accessory that I'm just not seeing with that Mando. I'm going to go ahead and pass. I don't really care as much about Paz Vizsla. I don't really care, Heavy Mando. I don't really care as much about Bo-Katan. But Mando for sure. I do love me some Mando. That said, this is pretty cool, but I think this is an easy pass. I just think that the one on the right, the original, just looks so much cooler. I love the color scheme. I think it looks more weathered, more detailed. I love the darker sort of gray metallic color that I just think pops a little bit more. So to me, I just think if their goal was to show how much better the new one is than the old one, I think it backfired. So yeah, anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all for now for me. I can never say that correctly. That's all from me for now. Thank you so much, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Peace out. Bye.